corner this morning. People spending, of course, thousands of dollars for the Super Bowl in terms of tickets, whether that be for tickets or hotels or food and merchandise to host a party. The game generates billions in revenue every year. It's hard to even keep track of the numbers. So how much of an impact does it have on our economy? Well, Certified Financial Planner and our good friend Joe Bert is joining us to talk more about it. Joe, good to see you on the Super Bowl Sunday.
Good to be here.
Let's start with the Pro Bowl because we just had it here.
Right.
It's big, but it's not as big as the Super Bowl. But what impact does that have on Orlando?
Well, it has a big impact. First of all, it's a great public relations thing. You know, put Orlando on the map. Not that it needs it, but you know what it did? It brought a lot of people to town that wouldn't normally be here. You probably saw in the press where a lot of the football players said, you know, this was different than Hawaii. Our family got a chance to come here. We experienced the great ambiance that we have here in Orlando, and hopefully they go home and tell their friends. So from that standpoint, it's good. But the real economic impact isn't as big as the media would have you think. They said it's about $50 to $60 million in Orlando. Probably the net result is real impact in Orlando is maybe $5 to $10 million.
Which they'll take, and they'll take the publicity. Yep. I've had the luxury of going to a number of Super Bowls, and it's amazing that the NFL regulates so much of that. You know, what hotels can charge, and if you agree to be an official hotel, you have to play by their rules, which changes a lot.
And a lot of that goes to the NFL. People don't realize it doesn't stay in the city. The NFL really writes the rules as to what you can and cannot do, and how much of the revenue goes back to the NFL from ticket sales, from parking, from security. They would have their hands in virtually everything. It is a big economic deal for the NFL.
I bought a TV last night, and so many businesses rely on this, if nothing else, to have their big sale.
This is the time to bring in the friends and family and show off your big screen TV. So, you know, glad you got one.
Yeah, that's right. Ready to go. Joe's coming to my house tonight. All right, let's finish with this. We talk about indicators for the Super Bowl in the stock market. You told me this in the break. I didn't realize this, that depending on who wins has an impact.
Yeah, since the 1970s, this has been correct 80% of the time. If an NFC team wins, it's good for the market. If an AFC team wins, it's not good for the market. So if you have a 401k, you want to root for the Falcons.
Andrea, can you do that? I don't know. She'll be torn on this, even with your money.
Tough.
Well, what do you put to that? Is it just one of those things that comes out that way?
Well, yeah, but it's right 80% of the time, and it's wrong last year. You know, Broncos won and the market did well. It's wrong, you know, 20% of the time, so don't bet the ranch on it.
That's good stuff. Yeah, if you're a diehard Patriot or Falcon fan, you'll have to root against your 401k maybe. Joe, great stuff. Where can we find you?
Once again, just Google me, 2 words, Joe Bert, B-E-R-T.
All right, Joe, sounds good. Enjoy the game. Otherwise, come over to my
I'm watching March of the Penguins tonight.
March of the Penguins. You probably won't be alone.